The organizational and leadership structure of a gang varies depending upon its size and activity. Gordon McLean, founder and director of Youth Guidance, a program of Youth for Christ International, has been studying gangs and working with youth within the criminal justice system for over 25 years. He has made a number of observations about the different ways gangs are organized.
You have, for example, a tightly knit organized group like the Arukans, who operate out of their temple on South Drexel in Chicago. They have been linked by the federal authorities and the Chicago police to extensive drug selling operations, and their commanding general is currently in a federal prison. They are very tightly organized with district supervisors and territories and operations in a really structured format. However, many of the other gangs are much more casual and loose without any identifiable leadership. In fact, for example, one of the larger gangs in the city are the Latin Kings, and they have all sorts of chapters because everybody wants to lead his own little group.
On the other hand, the Vice Lords, another large gang, is divided into major branches. The Vice Lords currently have approximately 16 branches, representing all parts of the city. Some of the branches, such as the City Lords, have been in existence since the formation of the Vice Lords in Lawndale in 1958. Smaller gangs, those occupying one or two neighborhoods, are broken down into sections, often named after the streets where they are located. Within a section, gang members relate to each other in a well-defined hierarchy.
The Lord takes care of violations, Vice President takes care of things in case I got to go out of the city, or unfortunately I get locked up for something, dumb or something like that, There's always somebody to take care of. You got your certain position.
In addition, there are divisions within a gang between age groups.
There's peewees, young, juniors, and seniors. They all go by ages. Peewees are from 8, I guess, all the way to 16, and young are from 17 all the way to 18. Then comes the juniors and seniors. I don't know about that because I never got that far. I'm still in the young position, as you can see.
In the past, gangs were independent of each other, and some neighborhoods, such as Humboldt Park and Pilsen, were sliced up by dozens of small gangs, each fighting for the sovereignty of their own turf. A few years ago, however, two major alliances were drawn up. Jailed leaders of the major gangs in Chicago found that they could defend themselves more effectively if they allied themselves with other gangs. The two alliances became known as the People and the Folks. Although the new configuration made for some strange bedfellows, it wasn't long before most of Chicago's gangs had lined up behind one or the other associations.
The gang alliances are a very unusual picture in the Chicago area. They are not basically racial. It is not a black versus Hispanic versus white situation, for example. And really what divides them is the 6-point star of the folks and the 5-point star of the people. The one folding their right arm over their left, the other way around, one tilting their hat to the right, the other to the left. And it's really over something that simple that most of the jealousy and rivalry and territorial war goes on.
We ride with the gangsters, the Cobras, with the wild Cobras, and the Spanish Cobras.
And the opposition?
Kings, Vice Lords, Counts, Bishops, anything that has to do with people.
Hey, we can't stand disciples. We disciple killers right here.
Why?
I don't know. We don't like them. They're folks. We peoples right here.
What did they do to you?
I don't know. We don't get along together.
You know why you don't get along together?
Nah, because we're almighty. They're folks.
Well, the gang problem right now in Chicago has been a serious problem and is from the standpoint of the violence that is within the gang structure presently as compared to what it was years ago.